Narcisse Mouelé-Kombi, des applaudissements pour l'accueillir, s'il vous plaît.
Messieurs le Premier ministre, chef du gouvernement, représentant personnel du président de la République, Messieurs le président de la Confédération africaine de football, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du gouvernement, Mesdames et Messieurs les membres du corps diplomatique, Messieurs les chefs de délégation, Excellences, Éminences, Honorables, Vénérables, Majestés, distinguées personnalités en vos rangs, titres et qualités respectifs. Je voudrais, en la qualité qui m'assure l'insigne honneur de prendre la parole ici et maintenant, au nom du comité d'organisation du CHAN 2020 et de la CAN 2021, vous souhaitez une chaleureuse bienvenue au Palais polyvalent des sports de Yaoundé à l'occasion de la cérémonie du tirage au sort officiel du championnat d'Afrique des Nations de football CHAN Total Cameroun 2020. Le Cameroun est heureux d'accueillir l'auguste délégation des officiels de la Confédération africaine de football sous la conduite illustre de son président, Monsieur Ahmad Ahmad, à qui nous exprimons toute notre gratitude pour la qualité de la relation de collaboration et le caractère fructueux de l'alliance de confiance entre la partie camerounaise et la CAF. Ce en vertu de quoi nous sommes fiers d'organiser et d'accueillir le CHAN du 4 au 25 avril 2020 en prélude, et c'est une certitude, à la prestigieuse Coupe d'Afrique des Nations prévue du 9 janvier au 6 février 2021. Le Cameroun salue avec ferveur la présence des délégations venues de divers pays de notre cher continent. Présentée comme l'Afrique en miniature, grâce à ses prodigieuses diversités et à son multiculturalisme, patrie belle parce que plurielle, en raison de ses merveilleux gisements de beauté artistique et touristique, dont un aperçu est offert en spectacle à la présente cérémonie, le Cameroun assumera davantage, à la faveur de la rencontre festive et sportive qu'est le CHAN, sa vocation de foyer ardent de la fraternité africaine. Il affinera mieux encore la trajectoire de son destin de grande nation de football. Monsieur le Premier ministre, Excellences, Mesdames et Messieurs, dans son message à la jeunesse du 10 février dernier, le président de la République, son Excellence Paul Biya, saluait les exploits glorieux et victorieux de nos talentueux sportifs, notamment les Lions indomptables U17, vainqueurs de la CAN Tanzanie en avril 2019, la sélection nationale de volleyeuses, détentrice du trophée continental, et notre équipe féminine de football, considérée comme la meilleure du continent. À dire vrai, l'hommage ainsi rendu à la jeunesse sportive camerounaise résonne comme un éloge au génie des jeunes sportifs africains. Cet hommage est aussi en parfaite résonance avec cette magnifique offrande faite à la dite jeunesse par le président Paul Biya. Offrande en infrastructures sportives, routières, hôtelières, de santé et autres dédiées à la CAN et qui sont fonctionnelles d'ores et déjà pour le CHAN sur les sites de Douala, Bepanda, Douala, Japoma, Limbebrea et Yaoundé. Infrastructures pour lesquelles le gouvernement a mobilisé d'énormes moyens financiers et matériels. À cet égard, nous sommes particulièrement honorés de la présence du Premier ministre chef du gouvernement, son Excellence Joseph Dione Ngouté, représentant personnel du président de la République. Que les nombreuses personnalités qui rehaussent l'éclat de cet événement acceptent le témoignage de notre ardente gratitude. Je terminerai en remerciant sincèrement les membres du COCAN, les administrations partenaires, la CAF, la FECAFOOT et toutes les parties prenantes pour leur contribution hautement bénéfique à l'organisation de la présente cérémonie. Une cérémonie que nous voulons illustrative de cette vision euphorique et jubilatoire du sport. Du sport au service de la paix et du développement, selon le vœu de l'Organisation des Nations Unies qui a consacré toute une journée avec le Comité international olympique au sport au service du développement. Notre conviction est qu'il y aura toujours, heureusement, dans bien des imaginaires collectifs de l'humanité, l'idée que le sport, plus que jamais au cœur du destin de nos sociétés, est un merveilleux vecteur de communion et d'inclusion, de cordialité et de convivialité, c'est-à-dire de vivre ensemble harmonieux entre les hommes, les peuples et les nations. La preuve, nous voici ensemble ce soir.
Right?
Thank you very much. I'll take it from here.
Okay.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the official draw of the 6th edition of the CHAN competition Cameroon 2020. Gentlemen, it's good to see you.
Me too.
How are you?
It's good to see
Now,
you.
as I've taken over, I would ask you just to come behind. Stefan, if you stay on the left, and Solomon on the right. Now, before we start, it's a pleasure for me to be your draw conductor for this evening and to be among you two great legends. And Solomon, I would like to clear the air for everybody here. So, Solomon Olembe, I would like to ask you a question. I know that you're a great legend. You have a fantastic left foot. And I just want to know if it's because of your left foot that Cameroonians decided to name the beautiful Olembe Stadium after you.
Samson, this is a great story. Sometimes football only brings every time a great story. I continue in French. This stadium, every day, since 2 years, since this country start to build this stadium, tout le monde m'appelle de partout. Salomon, Salomon, pourquoi ton pays, le pays des légendes, le pays du football, te construit un stade aussi magnifique? Où sont passés les Eto'o, les Roger Mila, les Mbappé Lépé, les Rigobert Song, les Tato Stéphane? Et chaque jour, j'essaie de me défendre. J'ai dit la vérité, mais même toi, tu n'as pas cru.
Ouais.
Tout à fait. Donc, je vais répéter une fois de plus la vérité. c'est que le stade d'Olembe, qui est prévu pour la Coupe d'Afrique 2021, a été construit dans un quartier de la ville qui s'appelle Olembe. Donc, on a le même nom.
Okay. Now that this is clear, but of course, it doesn't take away from you that you're a fantastic legend.
Tout à fait. Et ce stade va être baptisé dans les mois à venir pour la future Coupe d'Afrique des Nations. Donc, à ce moment, moi, je vais perdre tous les honneurs que j'ai reçus depuis 2 ans. Donc, laissez-moi encore en profiter. Mais je terminerai pour saluer tous les légendes du football camerounais qui sont assis à ma droite, les gloires du football camerounais. Une ovation spéciale pour eux, parce que si nous sommes là aujourd'hui, c'est parce qu'ils ont fait l'histoire du football camerounais. Merci beaucoup, mes frères.
Thank you. Spoken like a true legend, and we'll be there to see you at the stadium when it's inaugurated. Stephen, you, of course, Cameroon has some of the best legends that you can think of in Africa, and you are the captain of the 1990 team, and it's because of the effort that Cameroon did that actually FIFA decided to increase the number of teams for Africa. So congratulations and well done to you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we have that out of the way, 16 teams will be competing for the title in Douala, Lembe, and Yaoundé, starting from the 4th of April in 2020. Now, for Chan, since its inception in 2009, Chan has given a platform to many local talents. We have more than 100 players that have moved on to play in major competitions such as the prestigious African Cup of Nations as well as the FIFA World Cup. Among those legends are the DRC trio. We have Robert Kijava, Mihula Kazembe, the current coach of TP Mozambique. You have Trezor Maputo, Yves Bissouma from Mali, Pat Sondaka from Zambia, Ovidi Karuru from Zimbabwe, and of course from Cameroon, we have 2 great players that have also emerged. We have Frank Combe, who plays in Qatar right now, and you have Frank Boyer. So please, a round of applause for some of these great talents that have passed through Chan. Such a beautiful competition. Now, on the road to qualify for Cameroon 2020, 47 teams started the journey, with 15 teams finishing the race to join the host Cameroon for the final tournament. A total of 146 goals were scored in 64 matches, with that's an average of 2.3 goals per match. We have Patrick Kadu from Uganda and Prince Dube from Zimbabwe, who finished the top scorers with 4 goals each. Now, let us take this opportunity to congratulate Togo. Togo is this is the first time they're competing in this competition, and they qualified by beating Nigeria, their neighbors, who were the finalists in 2018. Now, ladies and gentlemen, here are the 16 qualified teams that will be drawn just in a few moments. And as you all know, Chan is a competition that all the 6 zones of CAF are being represented. In the north, we have Libya and Morocco. In the east, in the Sekafa region, we have Rwanda, Tanzania, and Uganda. In the south, Kosafa, you have Namibia, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and UNIFAC region, where Cameroon is from, you have Congo and the Congo DR. And in Wafu B, in the west, you have Burkina Faso, Niger, and Togo. And in Wafu A, you have Guinea and Mali. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, I'm going to explain the draw procedures, which are very simple, and for you and for the audience before we start. Now, according to the regulations of the competition, the host, Cameroon, is going to be automatically drawn in position A1. And the defending champions, Morocco, go directly to position C1. Now, the 14 remaining teams are divided in 4 different levels according to their performance in Chan over the last 3 editions. On my far right there, you have port number 4 and level 4, and you have the teams that are in level 4, and in port number 2, the teams are in level 2, and in port number 2 and port number 1 as follows. In ports 4 in level 4, the teams are Zimbabwe, Niger, Togo, and Tanzania. And in pot number 3, you have Uganda, Congo, Namibia, Burkina Faso. And in pot number 2, you have DRC, Guinea, Mali, Rwanda. And in pot number 1, which is the high-seeded team, you have Libya and Zambia. Now the first ball will be drawn from pot number 4, and the teams will go directly to Group A in position A4, and the second ball drawn will go to Group B in position B4, and the last 2 balls will be drawn will be going to position C4, E4, and then we'll come to pot number 3, and all the teams in pot number 3 occupying the position 3 in all the groups from A3, B2, C3, and D3. And in pot number 2 over here, the first ball drawn will go into Group A to join Cameroon in position A2 until D2, and we come to the last pot. Now that we're all clear, are you ready? Now the first team drawn will go directly to Group A and will be playing against Cameroon. So the fate of Cameroon is in your hands. Pick very carefully. Open and show.
Zimbabwe.
Zimbabwe, ladies and gentlemen, Zimbabwe is the first team that would be playing against Cameroon as the Warriors. And this will be the first game in the competition. The opening match in Yaoundé will be Cameroon versus Zimbabwe. So I think you picked very correctly. And let's see the team in Group B4. Niger made their first start in 2011 and they qualified by beating Cote d'Ivoire, and Niger is in B4. And now the third team that will be joining the defending champions and the host in 2018, Morocco. Togo, ladies and gentlemen, will be joining Morocco to play the first game in Group C. Togo qualified by beating Nigeria, who were the finalists in Morocco in 2018. So it's going to be an interesting rendezvous. The last team in position D4. Tanzania were one of the 8 teams that started the competition in 2009, and they qualified by beating Sudan. So we're done with the teams from pot 4 in level 4. Now we move to the teams in pot 3 in level 3, and just to reconfirm, the teams are Uganda, Congo, Namibia, and Burkina Faso. Now the team that will be joining Cameroon and Zimbabwe. Go directly to position A3.
Burkina
Faso, this is the second time they're qualifying successively, and they will be joining Cameroon and Zimbabwe in Group A. The team that will be joining Niger. Congo, this is the third time they're qualifying for the competition. They'll be joining Niger in position B3. Uganda are one of the teams that have qualified for every edition since 2011, and Uganda would be in position C3. And now for the final team. Namibia, the team from Kozava region. They started the competition in 2018 and they qualified by beating Madagascar in the same region. So now that we're done with this, we're moving closer to the teams in pot 1. In pot 2, just to recap, we have DR Congo, Guinea, Mali, and Rwanda in this pot, and the teams will be occupying the second position in Group A, B, C, and D. And now, please, Stefan, this is the team that will be completing the group of Cameroon. So everyone is in here watching you, so please pick carefully. Mix it very well. Mali is the final team. Mali were the finalists in Rwanda in 2016. This is the 4th time in a row Mali will qualify for the competition, and this completes the Group A. We have Cameroon, Mali, Burkina Faso, and Zimbabwe. Group B, position B2.
Democratic Republic of Congo.
Democratic Republic of Congo would be in position B2. The DRC is the most successful team in this competition. They have a total of 2 titles. They only missed the last edition in Morocco in 2018, so they'll be joining Congo and Niger. And now the final team for Group C, now be joining Morocco, Uganda, and Togo. Rwanda will be completing Group C in position C2, the host in 2016. This is the 4th time they're qualifying, and they qualified by beating Ethiopia. Now the final team that will be joining Namibia and Tanzania in position D2. Guinea, this is the 3rd time in a row that Guinea will be qualifying for this competition. They will be in position D2. And now, the last 2 teams that will be in position. The first ball drawn will be in position B1 and the second in D1. So you have in the spot Libya and Zambia. Libya, one of the most successful teams in the competition. They're the winners of the 2016. This is the 4th time they'll be participating, and they came 4th in Morocco in 2018. They'll be in position B1. And the last team, Zambia, Chipolopolo of Zambia would complete Group D, and they competed 3 times in a row and 4 times in total. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we have all our groups, the complete groups. To do a recap, in Group A, the group of the host Cameroon, we have Cameroon on the head in A1, Mali in A2, Burkina Faso and Zimbabwe. And as I mentioned earlier, the first match of the competition will be between Cameroon and Zimbabwe, and the second match is Mali, Burkina Faso. And on match day 3 of this group, you have Burkina Faso, Cameroon, Zimbabwe, and Mali. And now let's look at Group B. In Group B, we have Libya, the winners of 2016. We have DRC with 2 titles, and you have Congo and Niger, of course, which beat Cote d'Ivoire to qualify. And we have Libya and Niger as first match. Second match is between Congo, DRC, and Congo. And of course, it's going to be a tough match. And now look at Group C. Group C, we have Morocco, Rwanda, Uganda, and Togo. And the first match is between Morocco and Togo. Last match is Togo, Rwanda. And in Group D, we have the teams that have qualified for Group D: Zambia, Guinea, Namibia, and Tanzania. And the first match is Zambia, Tanzania. I'm going to ask you two gentlemen to come in front. Let us look at the group. I would like to have your impression about these groups. Looking at the group, you both are responsible. You pick the teams that are playing in Group A in Cameroon. I'm going to ask you, Solomon, what do you think about this group in Group A?
About the group, par rapport au groupe du Cameroun, c'est un groupe équilibré. On a le Mali, un adversaire qu'on connaît à tous les niveaux. On a le Zimbabwe, qui est une équipe très solide et qui a beaucoup de joueurs qui sont habitués à cette compétition. Donc c'est un groupe où le Cameroun a toutes ses chances de s'en sortir et de prendre la première place. Mais le ballon est rond pour tout le monde. Donc le cœur bat pour le Cameroun, mais c'est un groupe très équilibré.
Exactement, il n'y a plus de petites équipes dans cette compétition. Le Mali, ils étaient deuxième en 2016. Stephen, what is your impression stepping away from Group A? What do you think? Looking at Group C, the group of the host Morocco and the host also in 2016, and you have Uganda that have qualified of each edition since 2011, and you have Togo, which beat the finalists in 2018, Nigeria.
Well, like a great footballer and a great sportsman, I think nowadays we don't have any small teams when it comes to football.
Absolutely.
Well, I think the teams that give it all I think they will make it. So I think all the teams, they got their chances. And I just wish them luck.
Thank you very much. And of course, the same in Group B, you have the two Congos there, Libya and Niger. And in Group D, you have Zambia, Guinea, Namibia. Zambia, of course, since their last performance, that's why they're in level 1.
Dans le groupe B, et je pense que ça va être un match très intéressant à tous les niveaux, au niveau de la passion, au niveau de la qualité du football. On sait ce que le Congo, Kinshasa est devenu parce qu'ils ont développé leur championnat local. On a des gros clubs, TP Mazembe, Vita Club. Donc c'est un groupe qui, ce match, il va être intéressant à regarder.
Évidemment, et après on avait vu tout à l'heure toutes les légendes qui sont venues de cet pays, de la championnat local. For my side, I would, of course, like to thank you two gentlemen. You are fantastic this evening. It's been great. It's an honor to be in front of you. And just a rendezvous for everybody. The competition is from the 4th to the 25th of April. And I hope that everyone is looking forward as much as we are looking forward to it. So for my time is done. I'm going to give the floor back to Diane. And so she will tell us what to do.
Yes, Samson, I'm right here. Yes, can we encourage this gentleman? Samson, you guys did a great job. Thank you so much. We now have all the details. And so what do you think will happen at this junction? What will they do? What will the teams be doing now?
The teams, of course, I'm sure they're all taking notes of who they're going to play. Now the preparation starts. The competition starts from here, and the team, the preparation is going to start, and we're all excited about this.
Merci infiniment, Samson. Adamou, directeur de la compétition à la CAF, je pense qu'on est désormais fixé sur les différentes poules et on souhaite bonne chance à toutes les équipes. On remercie également ces légendes du football qui sont venues participer à ce tirage au sort. Le capitaine Stéphane Tato, s'il vous plaît, des applaudissements pour lui.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Et bien sûr, Salman Olembe. Merci beaucoup, merci infiniment.
Eric Christian, we are gradually getting towards the end of the event.
Pratiquement au terme de cette soirée spéciale consacrée au tirage au sort du CHAN Total Cameroun 2020. Mesdames, messieurs, nous allons, avant de partir, remercier naturellement le président de la CAF qui a fait le déplacement. Des applaudissements pour monsieur Ahmad, s'il vous plaît. Nous remercions monsieur le Premier ministre, chef du gouvernement camerounais.
Chief Dr. Joseph Dion-Goutey.
Voilà, bien sûr les membres du gouvernement, les délégations qui représentent les pays qui vont participer à la compétition. Nous remercions également la dynamique et sympathique équipe de Aroussa on spot conduite par Rodon Jr. On peut les applaudir bien fort, s'il vous plaît.
Yes, the
Aoun
magic
Sound
hands
Spot.
behind the whole of this.
Bien sûr. Et on n'oublie pas la CRTV. Des applaudissements pour la CRTV. On salue au passage le directeur général Charles Ndongo,
Yes.
qui a permis aux Camerounais du Cameroun, de la diaspora et même aux Africains de pouvoir vivre